Hi everyone, welcome back to my design team project for Country Craft Creations using Prima with Love. And last time we made all our pages, and this time we're going to mat. I've got pretty much all the mats picked out, so I'm just going to jump in and get matting. But one thing you may have noticed is as soon as I started laying down these mats, I realized I wanted to ink. So I did ink all of the pages. I will have warned you in the walkthrough because, of course, I put these together and then inked them. It'd be easier if you ink them first. And I used Distress Oxide Vintage Photo from Ranger to do my inking. All right, so let me go ahead. I'm going to use art glitter glue to put down my mats. And I did pull from my stash just a light pink that goes with the collection. Hang on, got that one upside down. Okay, just double checking how I was going to put these down. This is just I don't know, it was from my stash. I will ask Tamara to give me the name of a good light pink for you that will go with the collection. And I still have quite a bit of paper left, which I'm happy about. So we can do another project, plus there's plenty still. There's quite a bit left to do on this album. We haven't done the cover, we haven't done any of the inserts, we haven't done any embellishing, but there still should be plenty left to do another small project. So what I did when I cut these, you can see, as you see both sides, that almost all of, actually I think all the sheets on this first page, all the mats are from the same sheet. Just some are facing one way and some are facing the other. And I tried to do that fairly consistently throughout, not necessarily never mixing in from more than one sheet, but because you can use pretty much anything with Prima, I just used what I had already cut before I cut anything else, if I could help it. And that way I preserved paper, and it still looked fine, because I'm just sliding over a little bit so you can see. You know what? Let's close that, and let's do these two, just to get those out of the way. Did I ink that? I did. Anyway, some collections, every paper is super dramatic and different, and it takes me forever to pick mats. Oh, you know what? I didn't ink this side. Oh, that's all right. I can go back through and do it. But Prima usually is super easy to pick mats because it doesn't really matter. Everything is going to look good, so don't fuss too much over it. Just use whatever you like and it will look fine. And let me go ahead and ink this. And I'm inking fairly heavily. I'm kind of going for a shabby chic look here. I just think the paper lends itself to that. And then I'm just gonna, and again, you can and should really do this before assembly. And then we're going to put these hearts here. I think I may use the hearts on the cover too. I don't know. I haven't decided. The one thing, I have flowers, but that's it. I don't have any kind of ephemera or anything like that. So I may pull some things from my stash, see what I've got. Ooh, this one looks a little long compared to that one, but that's fine. Okay, all right, so there's that side. Let's do this one. this. Slide that up so you can see. I'm kind of two minds about picking mats all out, cutting them all, eating them all, and then laying them all down, and just picking what I want for a spot, cutting it, inking it, putting it down, and then picking the next one. This makes it very relaxing to put the mats down. But it does take quite a while to do it this way. The thing is, in my videos, I used to just pick out the mats on camera, but sometimes I dither so much it would make them long, even when I edited a lot of that out. So I don't know. I don't know which you guys prefer. Feel free to tell me down below if you want to see choosing mats on camera, or if you prefer doing it this way to make a shorter video. I mean, I feel like you can pause the video and see exactly what I'm using in any given place, and if I do cut something oddly, I will tell you how or show you how. Okay, and then that one goes there. And I'd never give measurements for mats in my cutting guides because everybody's paper trimmer is a little bit different. Everybody scores and folds a little bit different. You really have to measure the spot where they're going, and I generally cut my mats 1/8 inch less than the space where they're going. You want to be careful when you're burnishing over magnets. It can bruise your paper if you're not careful. And then you'll have a permanent imprint of the magnet, which you do not want. Okay, there we go. First one done. That is really cute. Okay, let's turn it over. And remember, we put our seam binding on when we did the assembly. So what I had here is I had this piece that was just about the perfect size left over after cutting other things. So I put it there, but I didn't really like it on its own, and I knew I didn't have any ephemera unless I pull from my stash. But I had this little scrap left from the same piece, and so I put that there. And the way I ended up with these two scraps that are kind of odd sized is that I cut this piece sort of out of the middle a little bit because I wanted her, and that left me with these scraps, and I need to cut a piece for there. I realize I don't have one, so I'm going to go ahead and I need to ink. Let me ink the inside here. This is going to be a little tricky. And I don't, let's see, we'll try and do this a little bit, but it's not going to be that great. Okay, there we go. Let me see. What's on the other side of this? Oh, that's the one with the frames. Okay. Let me find that sheet so I can show you. All right, so this was the sheet. And the background square is from this area. Right? And as you can see, when I cut my piece that was 5 7/8, it left me right about there. Okay? But I wanted to use her in here. So I cut a little bit off this side and a little bit off this side to get her in the middle. And that left me with these two pieces. So if you look here, you can see this came from there. And I just turn it over, and that's going there. And then this piece was the other side of her. But that I'm going to put this way. Okay? I just wanted you to be clear on how I got that mat. I mentioned that if I cut a mat oddly, I would tell you, and that's one of them. And I do need to cut a pink mat for the inside of this little flap, but I can do that off camera. Okay. I thought about introducing some green, dark green, or even this minty green in, but I didn't have any minty green. I did have a darker green, but it just, I don't know, it didn't work. I usually like to have a dark color in my albums, but this one is going to be nice, pale, shabby chic. This is very similar to, gosh, I can't remember, Love Story, I think it was called. Another Prima collection in terms of just the feel of it. And I must have made, I don't know, 4 or 5 albums with that collection. And I have some of the, I still have some leftovers from it. I wonder if I have any ephemera. If I do, I'm going to check my stash. Here we go. Okay, there's that. Let's go ahead and put her down. I really need to do something about sorting my ephemera. I just have it tossed into drawers and bins in about 3 different places. Go. You know what? It's going to drive me crazy that I don't have that piece. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. We'll do that. All right. So I need a piece 1 7/8 by 5 7/8. Let me just do that. And ink that. Go. This is just a dry baby wipe that I'm using. I use the CVS brand, nothing fancy. Okay. Then we need to do the one that's inside. Make that bow pretty big for the moment. All right, now this is already in there. Let me pull it out so you can see it. I just cut it from the edge of that one sheet that I just showed you in the top corner. I'm going to put it in and glue it in while it's in, which I find easier to do. Oh, I slid it. After just telling you how to find it easier to do, I slid the mat. There we go. Fixed it. Okay. And looking for my small ruler. You can just sort of get in there and burnish that. And we'll do this side. Okay, there we go. Cute. All right, pages 1 and 2 done. And that's page 4. Now page 3, I have to pick a couple of smaller mats. I forgot about that. But we'll do the ones I have, and then we'll do the other ones. Oh, this one. Forgot I hadn't done those ones, but that's okay. I decided to wait until the end and see what I had left in the way of small pieces to do those other bits. Now, for the pocket, you can use your template, okay, which will work just fine. What I actually did is I just took a piece of paper, tucked it under there, and then cut it out, and then just cut the straight edges until I had the size I need. And then I took this piece, flipped it over, and used it as a template for the inside one. So that's how I did that. This one you want to make sure your mat is lined up pretty well with that center point. Any other things that are slightly off won't really show very much, but if that point is off, it will definitely show. Okay. And then this is the one that I'm putting here. And then we'll finish what I've got cut, and then we'll figure out the little ones that I didn't cut for here. I don't have too many scraps left, but I think I might have enough to cut those pieces. If I don't, it's fine. There's tons of paper. Okay. That, and then we'll come back to that. Let's flip this one over, and we have all kinds of mats to do here. I'm just going to work my way around. Okay, there we go. There's our pinwheel, and then we need a couple of mats for here. So let us move on to this one. This is, no, that's page 7 and 8 we need to do. Okay. All right, so this is 5. It has 1 mat, and I've tucked it in here. Okay. Tuck all those pieces go there. 5 is just getting this little polka dot. Just closing the hole. And we're going to put a, oh, you know what though? We need tags. I mean, we need magnets under this mat. Oh, I almost forgot. All right, I'm going to set this aside because I don't know what size exactly the tag is that's going to go here. So we're just going to set that aside for now. Don't glue that down. Okay, let's see what I have here. Okay, that goes, I'm trying to figure out where that came from. Hang on. Goes back here. Okay. All right. So we're moving on to page 6. And let's go ahead with that. And then I'm going to do pink on the inside of the pocket. And then we have these. And I have pink on the inside of these. Okay, there you go. And then for this base area, I've chosen this one. I not ink that? Oh, I didn't. Okay. No worries. We will simply go through and ink it now. Okay, there we go. I want a little more here. All right, there's that. And then this side is going to get this mat, but we're not going to put it down yet because we need to put some magnets under it. Let me set that aside. And okay, let's see. All right, so that's page 8, the belly band. Let's do 7 first. Sorry, I'm closing my drawer here. All right, so set that aside. All right, so I'm going to do this one with the cake and the teapot there. But you know what? I have not inked this page. All right, watch reminding me that it would like me to breathe. I don't know if you have an Apple Watch, it's very into the deep breathing thing. And actually, it's right. It is very relaxing. I do it occasionally. It's especially helpful in heavy traffic. Okay. And again, you're going to go ahead and ink all these pieces before you put them together. But like I said, I didn't decide I wanted to ink until I got to this matting stage. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side as well. I'm not worried about getting it on the base because it's going to be matted. You won't see it. Okay, there we go. Okay. And then we're going to use the polka dot inside, which I think is very cute. I wish they had given us a green in this polka dot as well. Like a light minty green. Would have given a little variety to things. Don't put too much glue on the part that's going in the pocket. You don't want to glue your pocket shut. Okay, and I'm going to turn that so I can make sure I've got it lined up reasonably straight. Okay. And again, we're just going to use something skinny to get in there and burnish that. Perfect. Okay. And this piece is going to go like that. So make it reasonably straight here. Okay. Good. This corner looks like it needs some more glue. drip of glue. Oh, I think we're going to need a new baby wipe before we continue after this. Okay, and then we're going to do the polka dots again. There. Perfect. Okay, so I've done everything that we have mats already cut for. That's going to go there. That's going to go there when we get our magnets. I need to cut mats for these little pockets. And there. Pretty. All right, so I am going to, what time is it? Okay, I have to think about going to work. All right, so I am going to choose the mats that I don't have. I'm going to find a tag, either make or find one that I want to use for that one page so we can put those magnets down. And I will be back for you in a couple of seconds. Probably 9 or 10 hours for me. All right, be right back. All right, I am back after a day of work. And I did pick out what tag I'm going to use. And I'm going to use this square tag, which is kind of big, but it'll fill up the page and it'll give us a lot of real estate to do fun things with. So let's grab some magnets. If I can find them. They're on one side of this thing. There we go. And, ooh, you know what? I only have, well, that's all right. I only need 2. I'm going to need 4 eventually, but I only have 2 left, but I got a shipping notification on the others, so I know that they're coming. So let me slide this off to the side. And I don't need that right now. So I'm just sort of figuring out where these need to go. Well, okay, so there's another one under there somewhere that it's sticking to on the other side. So we might as well just take advantage of that and put it right there. I'm looking for my tape. Okay. There's that one. I am loving this project. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to put a little extra tape over these. I think I mentioned that this is similar to another Prima pink sort of Valentine project paper collection. I'm trying to remember what it was called. I feel like Love Notes, Love Story, something like that. I can't remember, but I loved it. I made so many projects with that collection. All right, I hope that's right side up. It is. I just had a thought. Okay. All right, and now we can put this down. And then when I get the magnets, which should only be a couple of days, I think the post office is kind of catching up with packages and things. But anyway, so I was saying how much I loved that other collection, and I love this one. And as a matter of fact, I have already cut out the base and cover for a second project using this collection. And what did I do with my baby wipe? You know what, I was working very briefly on the other side of the room. I think it's over there. I have multiple desks in this room, and I was working on the other one. There we go. All right. And then this will go there. And we can still work on the front of this until we get the magnets, but I'm not going to do that tonight. I just want to show you the last little things, and then we'll finish. I am kind of anxious. I have the weekend coming. I should be able to finish everything. Because once the weekend is over and we're into January, it is just crazy times at my work for the next 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, so let's see. All right, so that was 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this was the one I had to mat. This is 5. Okay. So let me show you what I put down. I actually cut a sheet that we hadn't used yet to make the, now this I used scraps here. And not scraps, but pieces I had left from previous cuttings. But this I used a sheet that we hadn't cut before. Oh, it's my cat playing with the blinds. Oops. Okay, so this was the sheet that I cut for this. I've got the back side here and the front there. So that was easy enough, right? Okay, so that is everything in terms of our pages. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. All right, so next time we will put the pages in the covers, work on the covers, and inserts. We still have inserts, and we got to do that tag. So we got a bit to go. So I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. This is a design team project I've mentioned before for Country Craft Creations. And you can get all your supplies there. Please like, share, and subscribe this video. Ask any questions down below. Don't forget to check your cutting guide. The measurements for the covers will be in that cutting guide. And I have a video of how to make covers in my construction playlist. So go ahead and check that. Make your cover. The hinge measurement should be there as well in the cutting guide, so you can make your hinges. If you don't know how, there's also a video in my construction playlist about how to do your hinges. So I will see you next time, and we will put the pages in the book. Thanks for watching. Oh, I didn't mention, if you do make your cover, just go ahead and use the same linen or white artisan cardstock to wrap it. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.